NXT Spring Breaking is just around the corner, but it looks like NXT 2.0 has had a bit of a spring cleaning in terms of the roster. Over 7 or 8 people, to be exact, have been released from the company, and those names include, I don't know why I said 7 or 8 to be exact, fuck it, a handful, a bunch, a group of wrestlers have been released from their contracts, and those include Malcolm Bivens, Dakota Kai, HARLAND, Persia Parotta, Raylan Devine, Draco Anthony, Fish Kanya, Mila Malani, and Blair Baldwin. That's the names that have been released.
That's a lot of star power, guys. Can't argue with that.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to be exact. So I was not right. I was wrong. It wasn't 7 or 8.
He was wrong.
It was 9. It was 9. If this was a cat, it would be dead. Because all 9 of them are gone. All 9 of them have been released from NXT.
That's the bottom line, guys. Some a lot better than others. Some were just on TV, including, what's her name? Chelsea Parotta, was that her name?
Persia Parotta. Fucking mongoloid.
HARLAND was also, he was throwing guys off roofs months ago, which I actually pretty enjoyed, but he's gone though.
Right, hold on, let's talk about Blair Baldwin first, as I Google him to see who it is.
Sorry, I was going to say him or her. Guess. Okay, actually it could be a woman.
That's a woman, yeah.
Well, that sounds up then.
I believe she's a referee. Okay.
Cannot be Aubrey Edwards.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
company like, but I mean, we don't like her.
Yeah. Okay, so she's been. Any thoughts on Blair Baldwin getting released?
I mean, it's a referee. I mean, unless it was Earl Hebner back in the day, like he's or Nick Patrick or Charles Robinson or any of those guys. Would you care?
Nope. Mila Malani.
Nah, Milani, your ass on out here.
Never seen her compete. I'm going to assume that she's just appeared in some like segments, like that Lash Legend thing, and she's just in the crowd. No idea who she is. So I mean, those two, I don't think are any. I don't think they're losses. To be fair.
No.
What about Fish Kanya? Who the fuck's Fish Kanya? Some Indian chick. She's been released. Again, I've no idea who she is. I've never heard of her. I don't think I've seen her. Now, Draco Anthony, that name does sound familiar. Who's that?
That's the big dude.
The big dude?
I'm pretty sure he's like, was he in part? He's big, isn't he?
No, he's black. He's got muscles though. But anyway, he's been released as well, so not a big.
See these lefties out there that actually, why do they release people? It's their livelihood. They're fucking surplus. What's that word? Surplus
to requirements.
Surplus to requirements. They're pish.
And
what's the point of keeping them?
And last but not least, of the names that I don't know, Raylan Devine. Raylan Devine. Do you know who that is? Have you seen her before?
No.
I mean, I just typed in...
The Performance Center.
Yeah, I typed in all these names, and they're all wearing t-shirts that says Property of Performance Center, which, tells me all I need to know. So yeah, those 4, I don't think will be a loss, if I'm being completely honest. Let's talk about the 4 names that we know, though. Malcolm Bivens, Dakota Kai, HARLAND, and Persia Parotta. We'll start off with Malcolm Bivens. What's your thoughts on Malcolm Bivens being released?
I mean, I'm not even surprised. Apart from Parotta, I'm not really surprised any of these guys get released because HARLAND has disappeared, and therefore there had to be a reason. Don't know what. But
you know what? I actually enjoyed this Malcolm Bivens because I think managers are few and far between in wrestling nowadays, and I don't think the Creed brothers are any good. I don't think they have much personality. Anytime they've been on the microphone, they've not impressed me whatsoever.
Was this the wee midget guy?
Yeah, the black guy.
He's away.
Who do you think it was?
I didn't know his name. I liked him, actually.
The black guy he's got like the tracksuit and he's the manager of...
Why the fuck's he away?
Because he's been released.
Fuck, I didn't know what.
And what's your thoughts on it now that you know who it is?
Well, I made that if it was a fucking rock. Fucking.
Well, like that guy. Seen him like once.
He was no bad, like.
Thoughts on him?
He's taller than Roderick Strong, and he's pretty small, like, so. He's alright.
He stole a Teddy Long quote in this episode of NXT, like.
What did he say?
I can't remember, but it's something like that. Something about player or something. Now I tell you something. Player tag team match. What? When am I doing a Teddy Long Asian impersonation? Fuck knows, right? I'm sad to see Malcolm Bibben go, right? I think this guy offered something, especially as a manager. Like I said, you don't get many managerial characters in wrestling nowadays. So yeah, I like this guy. It's a shame that he's went, but he has went, and it is what it is. Let's move on to Persia Parotta. Thoughts on her going?
Yeah, apart from maybe the guy we've just talked about, I'd say the most second surprising. Literally just on the show, not in a major massive deal, but it's always weird when you see someone on the show get released, like a couple of days later.
Yeah, no, just recently on the show, and she's actually been in for months now. She has been in. She's been regularly, probably every week. I think she's been on NXT TV.
Yeah.
Obviously, her and Duke have been feuding for whoever the best couple is with Indy Hartwell and Dexter. Like I said, they're featured heavily on NXT for the past couple of months. So it's not like they've been, behind the scenes doing nothing and catering. She has been on TV. So for me, it's a surprise. Plus, her and Indy Hartwell were a tag team. It's one less tag team you have on the roster. When you've got a pair of tag team female titles, then, you need tag teams, and now that's one less. So yeah, I'm surprised she's gone. Didn't expect that. Came out the blue. I mean, I'm not going to cry over it. I'm not going to lose any sleep. I don't really agree. I could think of a lot more people I would have released before I released.
Well, we've got to factor in,
Persia Parotta.
This person could have 2 months left in the contract, and they've just went, fuck it, we'll get rid of them.
Could be, but
I doubt these people are signed down to 5-year deals, and they've went, fuck it, we'll just pay them off and release them.
It could be. Next up, let's talk about HARLAND. I'm not shocked he's been released, because I guess, it makes sense now that we haven't seen him, but I thought there was something more to it than why he wasn't on NXT television.
Yeah.
For the past, couple of weeks, I didn't realise it was because he's been released, but he has been released. He's done and dusted. He's now gone for the company, and what's your thoughts on him being gone?
Yeah, if this happened a month or two ago, I'd been shocked. Well, shocked. Oh. But he's not been there, so I'm not that shocked anymore. And he was an alright big guy. He had the look, but he needed Joe Gacy. I feel like Joe Gacy's moved on to better and greater things, so
Could this guy not have moved on with him?
Well, he could have, but I don't think Joe Gacy needs him anymore.
Why not?
I feel like the guy's doing a good job at the minute by himself.
But this is his muscle.
It's his muscle, but he's got all these druids now.
Fuck, alright. Jesus Christ.
I actually watch NXT on someone.
Yeah, I watch NXT too, mate. So you think HARLAND going's
I
a good...
watch NXT too.
This guy was...
Right.
This guy was compared to Brock Lesnar.
Well, whoever compares should get released. Who the fuck compared him to Brock Lesnar?
A lot of people. So you're okay with...
The other 8 people on this list.
You're okay with Parker Boudreaux being fired? That's his real name.
That's the fuck, I thought it was another guy on the list.
So you're okay with that, eh?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I think it's a poor call. I think they should have kept HARLAND, but here, guess he had nothing for him. And last but not least, Dakota Kai has been released. Seen someone post on Twitter earlier today. It's unforgivable and it's unjustifiable and disgusting that Dakota Kai was never NXT champion and Mandy Rose was. First of all, what's your thoughts on that tweet, and what's your thoughts on Dakota Kai being released?
Well, Dakota Kai, they're hyping her up as if she's... I was going to say The Rock, but she started referencing it 10 times.
Whatever can come back to The Rock.
She's like China or something, an actual woman's draw. And she'll go to AEW and she'll be shite. That's the highlight of her career. And Mandy Rose is by far the best woman on NXT. So, I'm the biggest woman's draw, even though, the women's draw.
For me, I know this isn't really about Mandy Rose, but let's go for that tweet. Mandy Rose looks like a supermodel, right? So for that reason alone, she is going to stand out, and she's just got star qualities and a star presence that Dakota Kai does not have. You look at Dakota Kai, and
the simple fact Mandy Rose has been on the main roster for a while.
Yeah,
she's just a better option as champ than someone who's pissed and been on the indies for a year.
Dakota Kai just looks like any generic chick that dyes her hair a certain colour on the indies. There's nothing spectacular. There's nothing spectacular about Dakota Kai.
Nope, that's it.
Plus,
She had to go.
next month she turns 34. Actually, in a week's time, she turns 34. And that is pretty, I mean, for a female, that's pretty old. And the fact she's still in development at 34.
Shocking.
That's, see, for me, this, I actually thought, I didn't know till, like, last month. I remember playing the WWE 2K22 game. I thought she was, like, mid-20s. Early 20s. Turns out she's 34 next week.
I'd have thought that too.
So, I mean, if you're 34 and you're still in the development brand, and let's be real, I wouldn't say a woman's career, longevity-wise, doesn't last as long as a man's. I mean, like, Trish and Lita were both retired by 31, and she's 34 next week, and she's not been called up to the main roster yet.
There's no sign of retirement here. AEW, come on down.
So, I mean, this release doesn't surprise me whatsoever, but there you go. I mean, bunch of releases. Personally,
Not quite when they release, like, Strowman, Wyatt, Angle.
yeah, it's not... I mean, I don't... I'm more surprised that she got released rather than just called up to Raw or SmackDown. I thought they would have done that, because they're obviously heading in a different direction with NXT, and it's... You know what, they're moving in a youth movement.
Yeah. No,
But it's like, at least if you move Natalia to NXT, I mean, as much as we hate her, you know, at least she's got that bit of name value, you know, and she has been on, you know, in the main roster for 15 years, and she can be used in that sort of role. I mean, Dakota Kai, I mean, how can you use her as like a trainer role when she's still in developmental? It's you know, it's madness.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
And anyway, that's it, guys. Let us know what you think down below. 9 people released. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.
Till spring breaking.